room was completely empty. I edged forward and peeked around the partition. There he was. Tenmyoji, standing next to Quark, apparently oblivious to my presence, looking down at something in his hand. A picture? Must have made some small noise because he suddenly looked up and saw me and hastily shoved the photo back into his pocket. What was that? It was a photo of something, right? Was it yours?
Forget it. It's got nothing to do with you.
But all the stuff we had with us when we got grabbed was taken away. Why were you hiding it?
Why should I tell all of you about one measly photo?
Anyway, where's Luna?
I asked her to leave. I wanted to be alone with Quark for a bit. So, why are you here?
I wanted to hear the rest.
The rest of what? What the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about that simulated manned mission to Mars. You heard that recording about it.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about. I'm getting old. Memory's not what it used to be. Seem to be forgetting a lot of stuff lately.
Hey, nice try, pal, but you're not getting away with it this time. You remember something, all right? You remember so much you told me it'd take way more than 10 minutes to tell it all.
You really sure you want to know? Maybe I'll tell you, and then you'll regret it. Maybe you'll wish you'd kept your fool mouth shut. Just think about all the hopes you've got for the future, and all the happy memories of your past. What if what I have to tell you makes everything you've ever believed ring hollow, and the whole world just crumbles around you? You sure you want that?
Hey, come on, you don't need to threaten me.
This isn't a threat. I'm being honest here. Are you really, truly prepared?
Well, of course. Never got the chance to say I am. Before I could, Fi exploded into the room, her face a mixture of anxiety and fear.
Good. There you are.
Did something happen?
Alice is... Look, just come with me, all right? She's in the number 2 cabin.
Without waiting for a response, Fi spun around and ran back out of the room. God damn it, Fi! You information block. Tenyoji and I exchanged a quick glance, confused look, then leapt up and took off after her. Alrighty, we're going to see Alice dead, I'm guessing. Yep. Alice! First thing I saw when I stepped through the door was the blossom of red on her chest. So this is probably the Alice end. Felt as if I'd walked straight into a brick wall. I stopped short, my body refusing to move. Why did this happen? Forced one shaking foot forward, then the next. My legs began to buckle, and I put a hand against the wall to stay myself as my heart thundered in my chest. Calm down, calm down. This looks pretty bad, but you don't actually know anything yet. Yeah, that's right. Maybe it's not too late. Oh, it's fucking too late. Maybe we can still save her. Oh, no, you fucking can't. Unless I press my fingers to her neck and those hopes are dashed. She has a fucking scalpel through her heart. No pulse. Clearly, she wasn't breathing either. Her pupils had dilated hideously, making her face seem somehow inhuman. No. No, it's not true. Why? And I noticed it. All the blood must have distracted me, but now that I saw there was a scalpel buried in her chest. Judging by the position of the handle, she had been stabbed through the heart. Felt a sympathetic twinge of pain in my own chest. My stomach lurched. Bile and hopelessness rose up to my throat. In my throat. Stood, hands balled tightly into a white-knuckled fist, and took a deep breath. All around the room were the rest of the Nonory Game's participants, except of course for Quark. I wanted to ask which one of them had killed her. Even if it had been one of them, though, there was no way they'd answer. All I could do was stare at each one of them in turn, asking myself, is this person a murderer? The looks they traded with one another suggested that I wasn't the only person wondering if they were standing next to the killer. A dirty, dirty killer. An unsettling silence filled the room. Clover was the first to speak.
Who did this?
Look at Five's like thing. She's like,
say something. Answer me. Please, Clover, calm down. We don't even know if she was killed. Then what happened? An accident? You think a scalpel just dropped from the ceiling and stabbed her?
Cool it, kid.
You did it, didn't you?
Are you nuts?
Then who did it? Who killed her?
Clover, even if we assume that she was murdered, that doesn't necessarily mean the killer was one of us, does it?
Wait a minute. You went into the AB room with Alice during the last round, didn't you? Something happened in there, didn't it?
No, nothing happened.
Don't lie to me! There's no way Alice would just run off like that! She wouldn't leave me! Something happened! If she was going to leave, she'd tell me! She...
Hey, Clover. Don't you think just assuming Alice was murdered is jumping the gun a little bit?
How can you look at her and say that? Scalpels don't just stab people all by themselves! Oh, I see. I get it now. You're all in on it, aren't you? It wasn't just one killer. It was 6! No wonder you're so anxious to say this wasn't a murder.
Clover, please, just settle down.
Fine. Show me some proof then. Prove to me in 10 seconds that you didn't murder my friend.
We
or
were
I'm going
all
to kill every
here.
last one of you bastards! You're all going to die just like she did!
Hey, hold on a minute.
9, 8, 7,
Clover!
6, 5,
Your mouth's not moving.
Clover!
3, 2,
Someone knock her out. Snap. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a... Oh, hello. So this is what happened because we picked the other side, or the other door first. Suddenly Clover moved. I leapt forward and clamped my arm around her wrist.
what are you doing?
Clover, listen to me. Alice wasn't killed. Nobody murdered her. She took her own life.
What? No. No.
Can't believe it's
there's
not
no
murder.
way she'd do that.
It's true. She stabbed herself in the heart with that scalpel.
All right. Where'd she get the scalpel then?
Well,
I did hear someone come into the infirmary right after the AB game ended.
Was that before I showed up?
Yes. I got up to see who it was, but they were already gone. It could have been Alice.
so she could have taken the scalpel then.
Yes, I think so.
You're lying. This is all a lie. It has to be.
It's not. It's the truth.
Then why did she do it? Why
He
would
was
Alice
infected
kill
with
herself?
Radical 6! She probably didn't have a reason.
What?
She'd been infected with Radical 6. That's what killed her.
But you just said she killed herself. Just tell me the truth.
I am.
Prove it. Your 10 seconds ran out a long time ago. So if you don't have any proof...
I do. I have proof. There was a journal in the lab, wasn't there, Kay? Show it to me.
Journal?
It would have been in the safe.
Ah, well, Alice would have it then.
Fi, can you... I don't feel right touching a dead woman's body. Could you take a look?
Sure.
Her hands barely shook as she quickly searched through Alice's clothing. It was only seconds before she stopped. Slowly and carefully she drew something out. There it was. The journal. I hand it to me. You read it. It's in Latin. I can't make heads or tails of it. She crooked an eyebrow at me and flipped the small book open. Can I please skip through this? Because it was when she looked back up at me, it was with both suspicion and surprise.
Yeah, it is Latin. But translating this is impossible. It's full of words I've never heard before. I can barely understand any of this.
Page 216. Turn to page 216. Turn to page 394. Should be able to read that. Vi's frown deepened, but she did as I suggested. Watched her eyes quickly scan the page before looking up at me with a renewed suspicion. I honestly did not think we would go this far.
Yeah, I can read this page. How did you know? No, wait. How did you even know there was a journal in the lab?
Just knew.
You just knew. Come on.
Well, just read it, okay? Calder wants to hear what it has to say. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Give me a moment to look it over.
After a few moments of whispering to herself in Latin, Vi began to translate, paraphrasing the contents of the journal. Please let me skip through this, because I have a feeling it's just going to be saying the exact same shit that Dad said in the last few parts. Oh, no. This is dumb. I read through this.
Oh, Lord, please. Let their future be a bright one.
Wait, was it something different then? Oh, maybe it was. Vi shut the journal with a soft slap. A sickly silence drifted through the room. The newspaper article, the recording, the conversation with Temnionji, and now this journal entry. There was no more hiding from the truth. The pandemic had already happened. sob. Why don't they just put cry? All of Clover's rage suddenly dissipated, and she collapsed to the floor, tears pouring down her face. None of us had the heart to say anything. For several long moments, the only sound in the room was Clover's sobs. End! This has to be an end, right?
We've got a problem. It's almost time for the primary doors to open.
Yeah, only 10 minutes left.
Sorry, but I'll be taking Alice's bracelet. Vi and I won't be able to open the secondary door without it.
So she was a magenta pear, just like me.
Just now noticed that, did ya?
As he spoke, Dio grabbed the bracelet off the floor and dropped it into his pocket. Oh, what an ass!
What color is your bracelet, Luna?
I'm a cyan pear.
You are part of Clover's pair, then. That means the two of you will need to come with me.
I guess so. Come on now, Clover. We need to go.
So, Tenryuji, Quark, and me
Alice
would go
would
through
want
the
you
other
to
one.
survive, wouldn't she? You'll never be able to figure out why all this happened if you stay here. Please.
You're right. Alice, I promise I'll find out what happened to you. I'll figure out who Zero really is. I mean, if you'd never been locked up in here, you never would have... This never would have happened. So it's like Zero killed you. I promise. I'll avenge you.
Clover stood up and rubbed her hands roughly over her eyes, smearing tears across her cheeks. Then with a determined frown, she strode out of the room.
Alright, we're out of time. Move, people.
You guys head on down to the Floor B warehouse. We'll catch up with you later.
Alright. Quark's got the yellow bracelet, which makes him your partner, right?
Yeah. Can't exactly leave him behind.
Without him, we'd end up stuck in the AB room.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's go. We'll see the rest of you once we've picked up Quark.
Very well. Until we meet again.
Farewell. Farewell. Hold on a second here.
Quark!
Oh, you're up.
You're awake!
Yeah, I just woke up. Hey, where's everybody else?
Oh god. Quark.
Hey, can we go first? Tenryuji's entire body shook with emotion and she drew closer to him. He cautiously laid a trembling hand on the boy's shoulder, almost as if he were afraid Quark would disappear in a puff of smoke the moment he touched. He was touched! When Quark proved to indeed be corporeal, Tenryuji let out a cry and threw his arms around him. Alright, this is touching and all, but let's move, people! Come on!
What's wrong? Are you okay, Grandpa?
It's nothing. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
But...
Quark gave him a puzzled look. Tenryuji didn't even notice. His face was a mixture of happiness and relief. And I could see tears twinkling from the wrinkled corners of his eyes. Yeah, I see them falling right now. All traces of his usual gruff stoicism had vanished. I don't want to interrupt such a happy reunion, but we were running out of time. Still, Tenryuji deserved a few minutes. I left them alone. Okay, that's enough. Let's move. At last, Tenjioni seemed to recover and shifted from an embrace to a protective arm around his shoulder.
So, how are you feeling?
Feeling? Well, okay, I guess. Was I sick or something?
No. You're not sick. If you feel fine, then you're fine.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I should never have gotten you involved in all this.
What are you apologizing for?
Sorry.
You're doing it again. Are you sure you're okay? So, where's everybody else? Mr. Sigma's here, but he's just been standing there looking kind of silly.
Yeah! I gave him a nervous smile and explained about the white doors. I got the feeling Tenjioni didn't want Quark to know about Radical 6, so I avoided any mention of it. And Alice, because she's fucking dead! Alice's death was something I also left for later. Yeah, that's something Tenjioni can talk about.
Okay, that makes sense. That means I'm on a team with you guys, right?
Yep.
Right.
So, these white doors, when are they gonna open?
Like now. Well, we've got about 4 minutes until the primary door is open.
Oh, that's not good. We need to hurry, come on! How do we get to the Floor B warehouse?
Okay, we're going.
Follow me. Beep, beep, beep. God, this is going on longer than I really thought it would. There doesn't seem like to be like a good spot to end it. So I'll probably just end up splitting it at some point anyway. Through this door. Through that door. Oh, perfect.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late. Where the hell have you been? Quark?
You're awake.
And fully recovered, apparently.
I am also relieved to see you well again.
Me too.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I looked out to the others from behind Quark and held a warning finger to my lips. Shut the fuck up! Just passed out, nothing else. There were a few momentarily raised eyebrows and some nervous coughing as everyone suddenly fell silent. Well, nothing, nothing. From Quark's perspective, it must have seemed especially odd. No shit.
Anyway, there isn't any time left. We need to hurry.
But there are 3 doors.
Which team goes in which door?
All of the doors are identical for this round. I believe it doesn't matter which team uses which door.
Then we're taking the one in the middle.
Why that one?
You want a kill shot, you aim for the center. You're more likely to just miss the extremities.
That logic is flawed and more than slightly disturbing. Unfortunately, I don't really have a counter-argument, so center door it is.
Alright.
I suppose we could go with the one on the left. Is that okay? I mean, we could go with the other one if you want.
I don't really care. Can Clover only nodded. Sure, whatever.
Well, there's only one left.
The door on the right.
Any objections? Alright, let's move.
30 seconds remain until
Seriously, that was 5 minutes?
chromatic
Bullshit.
doors
Or
close.
4 minutes and 30 seconds? Bullshit. Why is it Quark
Hurry
asking
up,
about
Vi.
Alice?
This thing's gonna close.
I know.
When I seen asked about it, I was like, hey, wait a minute. Where's that
time we
Egyptian
were
girl
going
whose
as well.
whose boobs you could almost see all of it if she just like moved slightly fast? Come on, guys. There's no time to waste.
Right behind you.
Let's go!
2, 1, 0.
End.
Chromatic doors closing.
Director's office. Whoa! Hello. What's this place?
Probably the office of whoever it is that's running this place.
It said director's office on the door.
So this might be Zero Senior's office?
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Well, which is it?
Why the hell would I know?
We should look around. If this really is Zero Senior's room, there might be some clues.
Yeah, you got a point. Let's get started then.